From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the hourly news blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting the Federal Trade Commission has launched a public inquiry to gauge the harms consumers may have experienced from false or unsupported claims about gender-affirming care. A Monday press release asks for public comments on any issues or concerns related to alleged unfair or deceptive trade practices regarding gender-affirming care for minors. Throughout the release, the term gender-affirming care is in quotations, making it clear the administration does not find its existence at all legitimate. The press release also brought up a July 9th workshop hosted by the agency on the dangers of gender-affirming care for minors and claimed the series of doctors, parents, ethicists, and detransitioners who spoke indicated that practitioners of gender-affirming care may be actively deceiving consumers. Speakers at the workshop included Jay Richards, Senior Research Fellow at the Anti-LGBTQ+ Heritage Foundation, the group known for being the architect of Project 2025, which Donald Trump knows nothing about, and Jamie Reed, Executive Director of a small advocacy group called the LGBTQ Courage Coalition, which opposes gender-affirming care for minors. Against this backdrop, the release continued, the FTC seeks to evaluate whether consumers, in particular minors, have been harmed and whether medical professionals or others failed to disclose material risks associated with gender-affirming care or making false or unsubstantiated claims about the benefits or effectiveness of gender-affirming care. The request is in keeping with the current administration's attack on gender-affirming care and the GOP's continued quest to enact laws that punish medical professionals who provide this care to minors. In January, the president signed an executive order banning trans youth and adults under the age of 19 from accessing puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgical procedures, or as the order calls them, chemical or surgical mutilation, as gender-affirming care. Across the country today, medical professionals are maiming and sterilizing a growing number of impressionable children under the radical and false claim that adults can change a child's sex through a series of irreversible medical interventions. The order states, omitting the fact that gender-affirming care has been safely provided to cisgender and transgender children for decades and is suggested as a best medical practice by most major American medical and psychological associations. Even more, gender-affirming surgery is rarely performed on minors. Instead, minors with gender dysphoria are often aided through social transition and are sometimes given puberty blockers, which are reversible. Recently, the Supreme Court ruled in United States v. Scrimeti that Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for minors can remain in place. The administration is already using the ruling to justify its attacks on the practice, such as in a recent Department of Education order that 5 Virginia school districts immediately end their trans-inclusive bathroom policies. This coming from an administration that has Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the Health and Human Services Secretary, who doesn't believe that HIV leads to AIDS if left untreated. Oh, where does the idiocy end? The midterm elections, let's hope. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is now available on Alexa. Simply tell your device, Alexa, play PEP Radio. That's the news blast for this hour. Stick around because after the weather forecast, we have more music here on PEP Radio.